Well, I've been doing a little rearranging with some of my equipment again. I bought this Ulanzi MT44. This is their selfie stick monopod, and I bought it because it has this ball head on top that allows me to level up my camera. But it wobbles really, really bad, and it will wobble for several seconds after you punch the record button on your phone. It just sits there and does this really, really, really small. I'm overdoing it here, but you can see it in the video when you put it up on to try to edit it, and it's just horrendous. I really like the MT79. Let me turn this around here. But what I don't like about it is that it doesn't have a ball head. So all it does is just go back and forth. And if you're on a little bit of an incline, you can't level your phone, and that becomes a real problem. The other issue with the selfie stick, this is the MT44, this is the MT79. I don't know if you can see them. Let's see if I can get this around this. But can you see how much thicker this one is than this one? This just has more stability to it. And when you add to that the length of the legs, you can see that the MT79, the legs are much longer and it gives it more stability. Now, that's because of two things. One, because it goes up over 6 feet tall, and the other because it's designed to hold a light and not a camera. So in order to make this a better monopod for what I'm using it for, I went back to Ulanzi and I bought this little tiny ball head. This ball head costs, I want to say, like $39 and something. So roughly $40. And it just, you can screw it on the top. I'm going to turn it around this way. It doesn't have the name facing you. Well, yeah, it does. Okay. But once I've got that screwed on tight, then I can operate this like any other ball head. And if where is my, it comes with a little Arca Swiss plate that goes on the bottom. You screw it in with an Allen screw, and then that just goes on here, it fits on here, and then you can just lock it down. The other thing that it has is a little cold shoe on the side, so if you had like a shotgun mic that you were going to add to your phone, you could hold that here, or any other kind of separate equipment that you might have. But now I can move my phone any way I want to, and I'm on a very stable base. It's not perfect because, again, if I went out into my backyard where the ground is really kind of slanted, this is not going to work unless I put it really down close to the ground. I'm really going to need a tripod. But for most things of what I'm doing, between this and the Monopod Z, which, as you can see, has a ball head that allows me to level up my phone, I think this is going to work really, really well for me. And this piece of equipment right here, it's useless. And I'm not gonna keep it. The other thing that I bought, let me see where the box is for this. Here we go. One of the other things that I've been working on, and I've talked about it ad nauseum, is these little microphones. Let me move this up just a tad. Maybe you can see it better in the screen. And I'm going to move it around a little bit so the sound may get obnoxious. But I saw these, and they were, called undercovers. And I saw these on a video by a filmmaker by the name of Mark Bone. And he was talking about how to use your microphones much better. And what I've been trying to do, I don't have the dead cat covers for these anymore. It's not going to do much out in the wind. But what I did, I bought these. Let me grab a couple of these so you can kind of see. One of the things that it has is a piece of felt, and then it has a piece that has adhesive on both sides. So if I bring the felt, I'm going to pull the felt off here. Now I can use this as kind of a dead cat of sorts, because what I want to do is be able to put my microphone inside my shirt. That's the goal. When I film with my Pocket 3, if you'll notice on the New Retired Me channel, when I'm doing stuff in the studio, I have my microphone. It's my Pocket 3 microphone 2 set up with my Canon camera, and you'll see I just have a little magnet here on the front of my shirt because my microphone is back behind here, so that I can get the sound a little more deadened rather than having the ring in the room or hearing everything that I say. What this does then, and I'm going to pull this off my shirt, so it's going to get a little loud. But this piece, this is the piece with the tape. When you pull it off, one side is already exposed to the tape. So I'm just going to tape that to the piece of felt. And then the other side has a little piece you can pull off, kind of like a Band-Aid. So you just pull this down. And now I can put this sort of over the microphone piece of my microphone. Now I'm moving my microphone around. It's really messing with the sound. What I want to do, I might not have to use that if I just use the tape to tape this behind my shirt. It's one of the things I'm going to experiment with. But I could also just drop this in my pocket, and now the microphone is not going to be rubbing up against the fabric of my shirt, and inside my pocket it might record just fine. So that's sort of where I'm heading with that. I want to be able to do two things. I want to be able to cut the wind noise, and I want to be able to hide the microphone. So I'll let you know how that turns out, because I'm going to use it tomorrow when I go out to make a video. These are very inexpensive things that I'm doing to sort of make my life easier by not having a lot of equipment for the iPhone, or you could use a Droid, either one. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we will see you tomorrow.